We have taken and we've been building up with our different forms that we've been working on. So we started with spheres, we also practiced some cylinders, then we learned how to combine them to make the head and the neck of a character. Then we took and we added another cylinder below the cylinder of the neck for the torso or the upper body. Now we're gonna finish building out the full figure, okay? So with this one, you're going to need fewer spheres or ellipses to start. So I'm going to just start by titling it here. So I'm going to combine spheres and cylinders part 3. Okay. And then don't forget to include the date. So then I'm going to start by giving like the head of my character. I might do one ellipse that's horizontal. Okay. I might do one circle and then maybe do a circle where I bring it down a little bit more into that head shape, that jawline. Okay, so I've got my 3 head shapes to start. So within these, now I need to do my horizontal and vertical ellipses to help me find the front or help define the form. So I'm going to start with, here's my horizontal ellipse, here's my vertical ellipse, and I'm going to bring and make this the front right here. So you can see the front of the face here. I like to lighten or get rid of those back lines just so it's a little less confusing. Here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add my vertical ellipse, my horizontal ellipse. This one I'm gonna have face left. So here would be the front. And then I'm gonna get rid of my other lines. I'm gonna clean that up just a little bit, okay? And then here I have another one. I'm just going to create that ellipse within here, horizontal one within here. And again, I'm going to face this one to the left. But maybe I'll have it facing up this time. All right, now that we've got our head shape in place, let's go ahead and work on the neck. So where this is wider, I want to make sure my character feels like it's got a really stable neck shape. So I'm going to go ahead and add my cylinder there. Here, maybe this one, I'm going to start with my cylinder here. Maybe I'm going to have it more curved and hide the shapes that I can't see. Maybe this one is going to be more of a cone shape or angled with a bigger ellipse on the bottom, smaller on the top. Now that I've got the heads and the necks in place, now I'm going to do the torsos or the chest of our character just like we practiced already. So I'm going to start with another cylinder here. And again, I want my shoulders to be a little bit wider than the waist. So I'm going to make my upper ellipse bigger than my lower ellipse. And again, if you don't want it to feel so rigid, you can take and kind of curve. Although, oops, I think I want to curve this the opposite way. Since I'm facing this direction, I feel like I would curve it this direction, makes more sense. Then remember, get rid of the top part of your cylinder, and yes, you can take and show where those curves would be. To build up the form, you could also take and show, okay, here's where the front of the body would be. And then from here, now we're gonna add some more cylinders. So I can start with an ellipse here. So I'm gonna start with an ellipse up at the top here, and I'm going to make it slightly smaller down below, and I'm going to bring it past the waist here. And that's going to form an arm. Okay, so within this, I'm going to erase this back part and just keep the upper. So my shape would be something like this. And then at the end, I could add a circle shape. Then I might do kind of that same thing on this side. And again, I think I'm going to keep this bottom one because it's going a different direction. So on this arm, I'm going to have it curve the other way. Then I can take and add some more cylinders here. So I might do some bigger cylinders for the legs that then get smaller toward the bases. And I'm going to keep the bottom part of the ellipse and get rid of the top part. So then I can take and show that these are curving down, okay? And then I could add some ovals for the feet. So now I've started to get a character here. Now I can think about, okay, this one here, maybe I want the body hunched over, kind of like I practiced on one of my earlier practices. And I'm gonna bring this forward, really play up that hunch there. And then from here, you can also start with the legs if you would prefer. I'm gonna have, let's make it look like this one's walking a little bit. I'm gonna have these angle forward, add an oval shape here where it would connect, have it kind of following that same shape here. Maybe this leg would be angling back the other direction. Have this foot this direction. Maybe I would take and bend this cylinder a little bit. I've got my cylinder here, kind of showing the direction of the ovals. Then maybe this one, I'm gonna angle my ovals here. And again, can show the direction of the cylinder with those additional lines and give them a hand there. Okay, so that kind of shows it in a different pose. Here, I don't know, I'm gonna make this body maybe a little bit longer. There might not be enough space. We'll see. So think about it in terms of adding cylinders for arms and legs. And if you needed to add these in, you could show these are curving down, these are curving down, these are curving down, and then where are the feet? So I want you to try and using just spheres, ellipses, and cylinders, I want you to see if you could rough out the body of some characters.